So a couple of the cases we came all the way around the world with the hope to help is one of this 10-month-old child. The mother has been posting online trying to help her child. A couple of members of our team found about that, sent the child to get scans and everything in preparation for surgery. I'm really, really hoping to help that child.
At first, I didn't dare post anything. But then my sister posted about him, and we received some help. Some people posted mean comments. They said that I should stone him to death. Why are you still raising this monster? Why don't you just kill him?
The skull did not fuse, which resulted in expansion of the membranes around the brain into what we call meningocele.
Not only the lip is cleft or the palate, but also his skull and skull base. So there's a huge cleft crossing his face on both sides.
This is the first time that Operation International is coming to my country, and to have a team wanting to come to my dad's hometown, it's just so wonderful. But I didn't understand how much of a need it was until I started registering patients. They were flowing in left and right, and some we can't do, right? But there is a huge need for healthcare here. A lot of people can't afford it. Right? We're getting people from remote villages who don't even have money for transportation, which we're covering for them.
อันนี้เป็นน่าจะประมาณจำความได้ก็แม่นผู้ซึกได้ว่ามีเหือมือเหือตีนออกแต่ว่าส่วนอื่นมันบ่ออกก่อนหน้านี้ก็คือใช้ชีวิตลำบากหลายสิดินโฟนดินโทรศัพท์ก็ดินได้บ่เต็มทีเพราะว่าสัมผัสไปมาหน้าจอก็สิเปียกก็สัมผัสบ่ได้อยากใช้ชีวิตแบบปกติ
เขาเองเราชื่อว่าท้าวพรสวรรค์โมหะจักรเอามาอยู่แล้วแปลว่าเขาไปปัวมาหลายบ่อนแล้วแต่มีแต่เพื่อนปฏิเสธว่าโบราณเขาก็สิ้นแล้วก็ปรับตัวอยู่กับมันป้าอยู่ตามมีตามเกิดเลยมันกับมีแล้วก็บอกกล้าไปต้องไปแล้วเราไป
It is a major procedure and it's very dangerous. So that means like he can have bleeding problems and he can die on the table.
So if we get into any bleeding posteriorly there,
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
Because once you go in here,
Yeah.
you know, the circle is not that far away from, you know, or at least branches of it.
Oh, the huge branches. Yeah.
Like those branches, if you get into that,
There's no way we can save him. Yeah. You know, like we have this like dream to keep like changing the world, you know, like one patient at a time, and as a surgeon and as a medical person, you need to step back and see if that's the right choice. Like the skull, like brain component is too much. Like I keep thinking, and I think we're too late. I have a bad feeling about it. So
If you are sitting in the fence and need somebody to push you, say, don't do it.
yeah.
I'll push you.
Okay.
Okay?
Sometimes you just need someone to hold you down and to give you like a different perspective. So first let me tell you, so you just, you know, we talk among each other and we think it's not safe to do his surgery. We're very sorry. We're like debating for a few hours now, and we understand that it's not the safest thing to do. We arrived too late. I'm sorry about it.
As doctors, we take an oath, and the first line is do no harm.
Having down-to-earth perspective can also save lives, and I think that's what we did as a team.
So what we're trying to do today is go in both sides of the chest and take out a piece of their sympathetic chain in the chest. So what it does is it allows the hands and feet, the blood vessels to kind of be normal again and stop sweating. Right now we have the tube to the right lung is clamped and we suctioned the right lung, so she's only breathing with her left lung right now. And when we turn her to the other side, we're going to breathe with her right lung and collapse the left lung.
The nerve has been causing all that ruckus. This little thing.
I've seen Ravi do this surgery before, but hers was like one of the worst cases I've ever seen. Her hands were like completely wet and cold. And now they're totally normal. Dry, warm.
There is a 46-year-old woman who's really beautiful soul who developed a tumor in her back, and for some reason not a single doctor here wanted to remove it, and it continued to grow. It's heavy and it's oozing. How long she had this?
เจ้ามีโดนปันไดล่ะ
เพื่อนก็ใช่
ฮะอันนั้นหันโดนปันไดจักปีจักปี
ใช่
จักปีก่อน
ก็ดีใจที่ว่าได้ซอยชีวิตของเราอะนะได้ซอยชีวิตคนคนหนึ่งทั้งๆที่เขาบ่มีโอกาสแล้วอะนะเพราะว่าเขตเขาเจ้าอยู่นี่เป็นชนบทที่บ่มีรถแล่นผ่านได้ถุงแล้วอันใกล้ท้องเลยได้เสื้อผ้ามือสองที่พี่น้องบริจาคมาแล้วไปบริจาคให้เขาเจ้าแล้วเห็นแล้วเป็นแบบนี้นะสงสารเราเจ็บแล้วนะเราเป็นคนทุกข์ยากมีอยู่กับแม่2คนและแม่ก็ตาบอดเบิด2
You know, in these countries, there's no Social Security, there's no Medicare, there's no Medicaid, you know, there's no government support, so it's all societal support. So it's their families that suffer, it's the extended family that suffers, it's the society and the village that they're in suffers. That's who they support each other, right? So when we take care of one patient, it's not just that one patient that gets help, it's the whole community gets help.
We're going to work together, all of us, to remove this, put a pump in the brain, and the doctor is going to close this area in his mouth and eyes. She should be aware that her son may have an infection, may bleed, even he may die.
Before you came, we can see a lot of untreated patients that we treat that very early in their diseases or their conditions in the developing countries. But here we see like there is no medical capacity or surgical skills to perform those surgeries.
Removing the tumor was technically challenging, particularly with the fact that the base of the tumor was wide. So somehow we needed to be able to move the tumor around. So we had her lie in her face and we hung the tumor of IV poles. Well, actually, at the end of the operation, she lost around 10 to 12% of her body weight.
In the Western world, when there's a lot of healthcare around, nobody would get to this point with a benign tumor. She had about 18 pounds hanging off her back. So I think she's going to have a new life, and we're very glad about that.
ขอบใจน้ำที่ท่านหมอแล้วก็ได้เอาใจใส่ดูแลแล้วก็ขอบใจน้ำที่บ่ได้เสียเงินพวกเขาน้อยได้ผ่าตัดแบบฟรีๆแล้วก็ขอบใจน้ำทั้งเลี้ยงอาหารได้กินแล้วก็ได้ผ่าตัดฟรีปกติแล้วพวกเขาน้อยนี่ก็บ่มีเงินเพียงพอที่จะเป็นโปรเนาะได้รับการผ่าตัดแล้วเล่ากลับเหมือนกับว่าเราเป็นคนใหม่จากชีวิตที่บ่มีความหวังแล้วก็มันมีความหวังอีกเหมือนกับว่าตายแล้วมีชีวิตขึ้นมาใหม่อีกครั้ง
When you make a decision as a doctor to treat or not treat a patient, it's not a black and white decision. There's always the gray area where you know your expertise limit, but you know also at the same time that if you leave the patient untreated, there's no other option. For a month we worked on organizing the supplies and planning the surgery that we needed to do on that child. So despite having a complicated relationship with God, man can't help but praying when he's in need for help.
I think anything that we do for him or for their families will be worth it, no matter what.
ดีใจโมสวยดีใจ
โดยแม่นี่รู้สึกใจหายแน่คือเห็นเขาไปโดนนะแม่นี่รู้สึกว่าใจหายแน่โดยคิดว่าจังไดเด้เพิ่นเอาผ่าตัดคือว่าโดนว่าบัดปืนคือว่าออกแนวออกไว้นะญาติว่าลูกเป็นจังไดก็คิดอยู่ญาติลูกบ่ปลอดภัยอยากว่าผ่าตัดแล้วสิมีโดย
Of course, there was a high risk of complications and death during the procedure or after the procedure, but there is no life quality for him. So that's why we decided to proceed with the procedure.
I'm looking forward to see the mother reaction. And my wife went to the church last night to pray that this case will go fine. So I'm looking forward to call her and tell her it went fine. You know, it's a wonderful opportunity for all of us to work together and show our humanity. You will love your child regardless of how that child looked. And the mother went into an extreme length trying to get help. And it became successful because she posted his picture and videos everywhere, asking people to help her find someone to fix her child, someone can treat the child. I would say the mother deserves more credit than the team who did the surgery. There was no end to her endeavor to find help for her child.
To be able to help my own people, words cannot express how grateful I am for the team to come here. And I'm just very honored and blessed to be able to play a role in helping the people of Laos get the help that they need.
Now that we're living, like Laos is go back to normal, but those patients are going to go back to their new normal, their new lives.
น้องคิดว่าก็เปลี่ยนไปหลายเติบ
I think he's changed a lot already. Before, his head and face didn't look nice. With Operation International's help, he's looking a lot better. They gave him a new chance in life. Thank you very much to the organization and to everyone who had helped my child get a new chance at life, a better life. Thank you.